This is Lore Myst. We delve into the annals of history, seeking out real events that, despite extensive scrutiny, remain profoundly unexplained. Our journey is not one of speculation. We meticulously sift through recorded facts, dismissing mere rumors. Our focus is on tangible evidence, examining official documents, scrutinizing witness accounts, and dissecting what formal reports genuinely state. Yet some narratives refuse to conclude. Certain cases, officially closed and filed away, continue to echo with unresolved questions, their true nature obscured by time or design. At Lore Myst, we offer no definitive solutions. Instead, we illuminate the shadows, challenging assumptions and asking the critical questions that compel us to look deeper into history's most enduring enigmas. Some disappearances disturb us not by what we see, but by what we don't. There's no struggle, no panic, no clear sign of danger. A house stands intact, yet empty. A ship moves, but is silent. One day, these people were part of the world. The next, they were simply gone. Today on Lore Myst, we examine real cases of group disappearances. These are officially recorded, yet still lack clear explanations. With each story, we return to the same profound question: where did they actually go? The year is 1900. Far off the rugged coast of Scotland, the Flannan Isles stand as desolate sentinels against the unforgiving sea. On one of these remote outposts, a towering lighthouse pierces the perpetual gloom. This isolated beacon was home to 3 lighthouse keepers. Their duty was simple yet vital to ensure the light never faltered, guiding ships through treacherous waters. They awaited their next shift change, a routine unbroken for years. Then, one fateful night, the rhythmic pulse of the Flannan light ceased. The expected beam failed to appear, plunging the surrounding darkness into an even deeper, more unsettling void. An urgent relief crew was dispatched to investigate the ominous silence. Upon their arrival, an eerie stillness greeted them. The lighthouse door stood unlocked, a silent invitation to an empty dwelling. Personal belongings were found neatly inside, untouched, yet the keepers were nowhere to be seen. There were no signs of violence, no struggle, no indication of what had transpired. The 3 men had simply vanished, leaving behind only their possessions and a chilling absence. The lighthouse logbook offered the only cryptic clues. Its final entries spoke of unusual weather conditions, a storm of unprecedented ferocity. Yet no bodies were ever recovered from the churning waters. No physical evidence emerged to explain their impossible disappearance. According to official reports, the case was swiftly closed. It was deemed a tragic, likely accident, a grim consequence of the sea's raw power. The accepted explanation pointed to severe weather and a sudden, powerful rogue wave. In the official records, the mystery of the Flannan Isles was considered resolved. A simple, albeit devastating, act of nature had claimed the lives of 3 dedicated men. The file was closed, the questions seemingly answered. But this convenient explanation fails to fully account for the unsettling facts. How could 3 experienced, seasoned men disappear simultaneously? How could they leave no clear trace, no definitive sign of their fate? The official story leaves too many shadows, too many unsettling gaps. The file may be closed on paper, a neat conclusion to an impossible event. But here at Lore Myst, the questions surrounding the Flannan Isles remain wide open. The year was 1872. Across the vast, indifferent expanse of the Atlantic Ocean, a ship was spotted drifting aimlessly. Her sails were raised, her hull appeared intact, and there was no visible sign of distress or damage. This was the Mary Celeste, a brigantine sailing from New York to Genoa. From a distance, she seemed a picture of maritime normalcy, yet an eerie stillness clung to her. When investigators finally boarded the vessel, they stepped into a scene that defied all understanding. The ship was utterly deserted. Not a single soul remained on board. A half-eaten meal sat on the table in the mess. Personal belongings lay undisturbed in cabins. Everything suggested a sudden, inexplicable abandonment. as if time itself had paused mid-sentence. One crucial detail deepened the mystery. The ship's lifeboat was gone. It was the only item of significant value missing from the otherwise intact vessel. The Mary Celeste carried not only her seasoned crew but also Captain Briggs' wife and their young daughter. None of them were ever seen or heard from again. Official investigations followed, scrutinizing every inch of the ship. There was no evidence of piracy, no signs of a struggle, and no indication of criminal activity. The case was officially recorded as a voluntary abandonment, perhaps due to a sudden fear or a grave misjudgment at sea. In the eyes of the law, the mystery was considered solved. Yet, the official explanation left an unsettling void. If danger was truly imminent, why was there no sign of chaos, no struggle, no desperate haste on board? The Mary Celeste remains one of history's most profound maritime enigmas. Her empty decks whisper a tale of an unfathomable moment, leaving us to ponder the silent terror that emptied a perfectly sound ship. The year was 1978, a cold February night in the United States. 5 young men, friends, gathered for a local basketball game. Their names were Gary Mathias, Jack Hewitt, Bill Sterling, Jack Madruga, and Theodore Wire. They were a close-knit group, looking forward to a casual evening. After the game, they piled into a Mercury Montego. Their destination, home. A familiar drive, a routine journey. But they never arrived. The hours stretched into days, then weeks. A frantic search began. Then, a chilling discovery. Days later, their car was found. It sat abandoned on a remote, winding mountain road, miles from their intended route. The vehicle was operational, fuel in the tank, keys in the ignition. Yet, it was empty. No sign of the 5 men. The location itself was a puzzle, far off any logical path they would have taken. Search efforts intensified, spanning months across the rugged terrain. Eventually, some of the men were found, their bodies scattered miles from the car in various states of decomposition. The sequence of events leading to their demise never formed a clear explanation. Each discovery only deepened the mystery, adding more questions than answers. According to official records, no evidence of foul play was ever confirmed. The case was ultimately classified as disorientation. The harsh winter conditions were cited as a contributing factor to their tragic end. But this official narrative left many unconvinced. How could 5 able-bodied men, familiar with the area, become so utterly lost? Why abandon a perfectly functional car? To this day, one of the 5 men, Gary Mathias, is officially listed as missing. His fate remains unknown, a ghost in the official files. Even after decades, this case was never fully closed. The Yuba County 5 remain a haunting enigma, a testament to the darkness that can swallow lives without a trace. Every story we uncover shares unsettling commonalities. There are always records, official reports, and often witnesses. Yet, despite these facts, there are never any final answers. This is precisely where our work at Lore Myst truly begins. Cases can be officially closed on paper, filed away, and forgotten. But in the human mind, these mysteries remain disturbingly open, haunting our thoughts. Prepare for something even more disturbing in our next episode. We will delve into the chilling accounts of individuals officially declared dead, only to inexplicably return. Because sometimes people don't just vanish, they are systematically erased from existence.